Welcome back to the mud shop. Today we're going to do a kiln opening. I have Mako has put out a new line of glazes for 2023, and several of these pieces are trying out some of those. I did attempt to make a peacock bowl with the Mako glazes instead of the stroke and coats, so we'll see how that turns out. My big basket's in there, we'll see how that turns out. We'll just hang on, let's see what we got. The kiln is at 101 degrees, which should be okay for me to unload by hand. Here we go. All right, first thing on the top is a baking sheet that I made. This is with stoneware. Now this is kiln wash. I'll wipe that off. But I have a spot on my shelf that's got just a little bit of glaze, and I didn't have time to grind it, so I used one of those thin sheets of kiln wash under it, so it'll just wipe off. And anyway, this is textured turquoise. The camera doesn't look like it's blue, but it is a bluish color. Hold it still a second and see if we can get it to focus on it. But anyhow, I did the twisted handles, a little baking sheet if you want to bake or probably make fudge in it or bake a few little brownies or whatever. It's about close to 1 inch deep, so about 9-inch square. So that's the little baking sheet. And this is standard clay, the 112 speckled brown. It's got the specks in it, you can see. If I can get that light out of the way. All right, let's get this top shelf out of the way. And move these posts. Now I said that I did Mako's new colors. What I put on here, this is winter wood all around it, and on the inside one coat everywhere, all over. And then I used some of the new glazes. Let's see, Nimbus, Amaryllis, and blue gloss. This is the blue gloss in dots, and coral gloss in dots around it. And then I covered it with Nimbus on top. So that's kind of a peacocky look. You can see the colors all in it. So that's my bowl. All right, this one I did the same exact colors, but on this I had the sand dollar, which is a new color, and then I did all the same dots and the Nimbus on top. This one ran a little more. I do put a flux. I put the base, the dots, the flux, a couple more dots, and then I topped it with Nimbus. I kind of sandwiched the dots in between the flux. So, all right. Here are my witness cones. 4 is crumbled, 5 is all the way bent, and 6 is down. So I got just a good, I mean, not a full 6, but a hot 5 is what I call it. All right, and this is, I dipped, let's see, this is not peppered plum. Maybe it is peppered plum. Yeah, I think it's the peppered plum. And then I dipped it in Clayscapes cream. This is a planter for Orchid. It's got the holes. Alright, and last piece on top is my basket. I was a little concerned whether it would split or sag with the handle, but it did not. This is just, I used coyote white all over and then hand painted with stroking coats the flowers all around the rim and across the handle. Big basket. All right, and I'll lift this shelf up carefully because I do have that thin slate on here. You see what it looks like after it's fired, the little square. It's just kiln wash. It's like a powder, but you put it on in sheets. If you've got a bad place on your shelf, that'll fix it. All right. Each shelf I put a cone on it, a witness cone, to make sure that it reached temperature. All right, let me get the posts out. Got some new items in here. It's looking colorful. One more. All right. These next two pieces are refire pieces. I was really bright and come in here one day and it was so pretty outside. I thought I'd leave the door open, let the sunshine come in, but also came in for mosquitoes. So smart me, I get the hot shot out and I spray for mosquitoes. Then I think, oops, I'm glazing. And guess what? I had some crawling pieces. But anyhow, I reglazed and refired these. This is Himalayan blue poppy, a dipping glaze from Clayscapes, as this is also, and on the front then I used stroking coats green and yellow for the flowers. But and I did a cream on the top of it, and just a little bit of, here you can see the Himalayan blue poppy. It's a pretty color. I hope your picture's better than mine. It looks a little blurry to me. We've seen remarks of several people asking about reglazing and refiring pieces. All I do is take my piece, make sure it's clean. I put on a really thin layer of glaze, let it dry. The next day I'll come back and put another layer, and I'll do a couple layers like that, just little thin layers, and let them dry. All right, this is the bottom of the chip and dip cooler. So the dip cooler, you put ice in this, you put dip in the top piece. This one is, not sure I am happy with this. This is supposed to be textured turquoise, which is usually bluer than this. It's turned out a little green, and ancient copper. Now the ancient copper did get a pretty color on it. You can see. And this is another little flower pot. This is ancient copper and texture turquoise also. A little planter. All right, here's the other baking sheet. This one is ancient copper and snow on the handles, and it gives that little tiger effect. If you can oil spot, if it'll show it. Doesn't really. Little baking sheet. You want to bake a couple cookies in the oven. Remember, do not preheat your oven for stoneware, bakeware. This is anything that I make that goes in the oven is made with the 112 speckled brown clay. It holds up better in the oven. All right, this is the bottom piece of the scented wax melter, and this is Mako stroking coats, flooding in the flowers, and then it's Himalayan blue poppy on the inside. It is Clayscapes Buttercup dipped on the outside, and then just a little bit of short dip of cream on the top. And this will be open to put a candle in, you put your wax in the top dish. It'll be coming on the next shelf. All right, here's another little cup that I did the flooded, the Mako Stroke and Coat colors flooded onto it. And then this is amaryllis on the inside. Well, that light behind me is not doing us any good. And this is the Clayscapes Buttercup on the outside, dipped. And you can see it does not cover the colors that you put on from the Mako Stroke and Coat. All right, this one also is coral gloss on the outside and on the inside, and then I did the amaryllis around the edge and on the petals to give a little bit of a contrast there. Let me hide that. This you put a candle in. You can put a tea light if you'd like, and it just goes on your table, or you can make these and put them in your garden, but I made these just to be tabletop candle holders. All right, and this one is the same type thing, but this one I did the the orange little stripes on it and green for the leaves in the Mako Stroke and Coat, and then I covered it in the Buttercup inside and out. And even though it's a dipping glaze, I did brush it on. So this is a candle holder. Be pretty in the center of a table. All right, remove another shelf. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Get these out of the way. All right, this is the dish that goes under the orchid planter. This is Clayscapes cream in the middle and the peppered plum on the outside. I'm sorry, the purple is not peppered plum, it's passion flower. Passion flower. And this is the two together. Okay, let's see what else we got. I did 2 bowls for the chip and dip cooler so that you can have 2 of them filled, leave 1 of them in the refrigerator. This one you can, and these are also the texture turquoise and the ancient copper glaze. I'll show you how they fit on top. Put your ice in here and your dip in here, and then you'll already have one ready to swap out. And this is how it looks from the top. Kind of looks like a big flower. Okay, this is a 112 speckled clay, but I made a little bowl out of it, and this is the Himalayan blue poppy, and then Stroke and Coats for the flowers, the red and green for the leaves. And I just wanted to see how that Himalayan blue poppy would look on that darker clay with the speckles. You can see the specks in it. All right, here is the top to the wax melter, and this is the Buttercup on the inside with cream on around the rim, and here is the back of it with Himalayan blue poppy to match this. Makes it look like a flower. and you put your candle in here and your wax on top, and it'll melt your wax. All right, now I've got some little pieces that will make refrigerator magnets. Of course, I used the same colors I had out for the others. This is the, let me hide it. This is ancient copper. This is peppered plum bunny. See these little spots? This is textured turquoise little puppy. This is Nimbus, little kitty cat. This is Himalayan blue poppy on both of these. No, I believe these are Riptide. Yeah, Riptide, which is also a new glaze. Okay, we'll remove these shells and I'll get out what's in the very bottom. Let's see, I have some little pinch birds. These are your little cardinals, and these are the little bluebirds. Just little pinch the clay and form the bird, and then fire it, glaze it, and fire it again. Righty. What else down here? I have some little pocket birds. And the different colors. This is the new color Ivy from Mako, the 2023. It's a green. It's a pretty green. It's a little bit of a satin finish, kind of a matte, but not totally matte. Satin is in between gloss and matte. Here's the peppered plum. Here is, what did I say that one was? Nimbus. This one is Riptide. And this one is ancient copper. All over, and then I did the snow on just on the bottom part. So that's the little pocket birds. They will be refrigerator magnets. You put a little air fern or something in them. Got a little soap dish. This is Himalayan blue poppy, and Mako's light flux around the edges. Much up. Let's see. These out of the way. Got a few more magnet pieces. Have my witness cone to get out. All right, let's see. Right, this is Amico's lavender. I think this is the texture turquoise. The little kitty cat. I have Nimbus, little puppy dog. I have this is like a smoke color, I think, Amico, and the little bone is to match it, and this is texture turquoise to match the other little puppy. I also did a few little jewelry pieces. A couple little butterflies. I glazed these with stroking coats. And they'll hang on a chain like this. Man, I made a little necklace and jewelry set of a daisy. These are stroking coats. This is the cottontail with a little dot of yellow. Here's the little, these will be the earrings. So here they are.
A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for your location.
Just ignore that. All right, I normally don't show a commission piece, but I'm gonna show this one. I've been working on this. I'll just cover up what's around it. This is a bird feeder. It will hang. Of course, I got to get the grog off of it. It just wipes off. All right, these are stroking coat orange, and I did it thick around the edges and lightened it as I got to the middle. Very light of brown. Then I did the stroking coat green around for the leaves, and then the rest of this is the buttercup, dip and pour buttercup, and I covered the whole thing and it lightened the center of the flower. And then I brushed on the Himalayan blue poppy around the edges. So this is a commemorative piece for a friend. So that's what I'll show you from far back. So and this will hang. I have the cables that I'll string it and hang it for a bird feeder. And that is going to do it. Been working on that commemorative piece for several weeks. Hopefully that'll be delivered this weekend, and then it won't matter who sees it. But anyway, I thank you for joining me in the mud shop. Check out my other videos and the Facebook page, Dianna's Mud Shop. Go in and look at pictures of everything. I will post a short video of everything on the table, and pictures will come up soon. So check all that out, and thank you for joining me in the mud shop again. Bye.